Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you watched my last vlog, I talked about how I'm going to be sharing my faith journey and my humbling experience that I'm currently going through. And right now, I just want to talk about how God removes people from your life for your greater good. And I'm sure we have all been there where we have had someone removed from our life and just be like, why, God? Why? Why are you removing this person? I want to give you guys a little story about how I misinterpreted the scripture and how I ended up getting to the point of having to cut this person off. I'm going to take y'all straight to the scripture and then I'm going to get into story time. Then Peter came to him and asked, Lord, how often should I forgive someone who sins against me? 7 times? No. Not 7 times, Jesus replied, but 70 times 7. And I messed up. Let's talk about how I messed up. I had this person that was in my life that was always just trying to bring me down. Like, no matter what. You ever, had that friend who was just always so negative and you always see the best in this person? But this person just want to bring you down no matter what. Well, I had one of those in my life. I'm not going to make it seem like I'm some holy saint because I am not. I am a sinner and I'm finding my way just as many of us are in this world. So this person that I had in my life was for a very, very, very long time. And there would be periods of time where we would go without talking. We go several months, up to a year without talking. And I always saw the good. And it wasn't reciprocated. Something that I learned from Dr. Darius Daniels is Satan has never ruined anyone's life. Satan always convinces you to ruin your own life. Satan will plant things in your head and, do all of these different things to get you to block your own blessings and ruin your own life. And that's exactly the type of person that I was dealing with. So this person was very much so stuck in my past. And as I'm, elevating and growing, this person would come around and be like, remember when things were like this? Remember when it was like this? And study bringing up my past. And then it got to the point where I started living in the past. And then it started affecting my marriage because I have this one person that's in my ear. And I have to tell you, if someone has your ear, they have control over you. So whoever you have in your ear, they have control over you. So you really have to pay attention to who's talking to you. What information are you taking in from this person? Because someone's presence can change your entire demeanor. Whenever this person would come around, it was a lot of my past being brought up. So I'm really happy about my accomplishments and the things that I'm doing in life. And this person was like, well, what about this? What about that? And it's why are you bringing that up? But it got to a point where I couldn't truly appreciate the things that I had. I couldn't appreciate the seasons that I was in because I had this person consistently bringing me down and always bringing up my past. I don't run in the same circle as this person. We don't have a lot of the same friends. So this person would go, around and talk a lot of crap about me. And for me, I'm I'm not clearing the air. I'm not about to clear my name. I don't care, what was said. I don't even talk to those people. But I did have someone send a screenshot to me of this person full on bashing me and talking major, I'm talking about major-ish about me. And I'm where did all of that come from? I was shocked, but I had already heard about this person talking about me. And I'm what, big deal. Okay, we got into an argument. So of course I expected her, because of her patterns, I expected her to go out and trash talk me. So I'm that's what she always does. So I don't care. But then a completely different person came to me with a screenshot. So it's one thing hearing about what someone, said about you is yeah, whatever. But then when you actually see and you read oh no, this is actually from this person. This is exactly what they said. It's in your face, front and center. And it's bruh. I wasn't bothered by that because I knew that those were lies. It was the fact that you continued to be around me, knowing that you had some sort of animosity, towards me. And you continue to allow me to extend myself and sometimes overextend myself to help you out of whatever situation you had gotten yourself into. And you drained me of all of my good energy until I started becoming a negative person. Because it was just, when I say it was bad, it was really bad. When you have someone around you who doesn't have the best intentions for you, it is just like, oh my goodness. And it's like, I'm always seeing that good potential, especially since this is family. Like, this is a family member. So it's like one of those things, like, keep forgiving and just allow them back in. And that's what I was doing. I consistently was forgiving this person because, again, I misinterpreted the scripture. And it wasn't that I misinterpreted in a bad way. It was just one of those things where I didn't know that you can forgive a person and not allow them back into your space. Because I thought when you forgive someone, oh, they get to come back around. We get to kick it like old times. And we get to, act as if none of this stuff ever happened. And that's what it was for us. It was a pattern. It was like I would get blocked on social media, and then she would go behind my back talking all this crap about me, making up lies and like all of these things. And then she'll come back around, and then it's like it's never happened. And it was just weird. It was just very weird. But since we were family, I felt like I had to continue to be, a forgiving person. But over time, I learned that she has way too much hate in her heart. And a lot of that is envy. And I didn't know that a person can envy you so much and also want to be like you. So for me, that was a whole new avenue. She was like mimicking everything. Like, I cannot make this up. Child. It was so crazy. Because I thought I was like tripping for a minute. I'm like, is it me or is she really acting like me? And I'm like, okay, girl, you're just tripping. Someone in our family had noticed that I was being copied and brought it to my attention. It didn't fall into gossiping. It was just like, oh, thank you for, bringing it to my attention. And I was like, wow. But I had went back and I talked to my husband and I was like, I thought I was tripping when I said this person was doing everything like me, like from the way that I dress, the stores that I shop at. Not saying that you can't shop at the stores. Everybody can shop at the stores. But from the way that I dress, the stores I shop at, even going vegan. I understand you can be inspired by someone, but child, when someone is literally copying your whole life, it's crazy. It's really crazy. And then it even got to the point where my girls, all of them have 7 letters in their name. And my boys only have 4. And with her kids, she ended up doing the same thing. Her girl has 7 letters and her boy has 4. And you can't tell me that that's a coincidence. I'm not buying it. My life, the life that I live, she started passing off as her own and started pretending that she had all of this stuff going for her that I had. She was just really full on copying me. And I was like, okay, I'm not tripping. Like, this is a real thing. And yeah, I don't like it. And I had to start praying about it. Now, let me tell you, every time I would pray, I would ask God to remove people from my life who doesn't have my best interest at heart. You remove people from your life at lightning speed, it almost feels like it happens the same day. And she was always someone that would go whenever I would pray about it, because when I get an uneasy feeling and I feel like something's not right, I literally start praying. When God removes someone from your life, it's not a bad thing. And trust and believe it's always for your greater good. The very last time that me and her tried to be friends again, I was like, look, I just gotta get away from you because you're still the same. You are still the exact same. And I understand you're supposed to forgive 70 times 7. However, let me just leave y'all with the word refreshed. You can forgive 70 times 7. It says it in the Bible. However, the refreshing part is just because you forgive a person does not mean you have to allow them back into your space. You don't have to be friends with them again. Even if y'all are family, you very much so can be like, hey, I forgive you. We can be cordial. Look, we can even be in the same room and coexist. However, I don't want a friendship with you. I don't want any sort of relationship with you beyond just being family. We can come to the family events together. Like, we can do a lot of things, you know, in the presence of one another. But anything beyond that is out of my hands. I don't want it. And you can do that. And what that is setting boundaries. That is putting a healthy boundary in place. And you're not holding on to what that person did. They may feel some type of way. They may even talk about you after that. But guess what? That's okay. Just know that you have a healthy boundary in place. And do not be like me. Do not allow someone to tarnish or attempt to tarnish your reputation, because it's not okay. And when you forgive a person, let go. You can forgive them, and then you have to let go. Because if they're toxic and they're consistently bringing you drama, like, child, you don't need that. You do not need that in your life. Good morning, Clay Clay. My youngest is up. A lot of people don't talk about is how you mourn a friendship. Even if it's a toxic one, it is very possible to just miss this person being in your life, especially when you would talk about, you know, everything with this person and y'all were like this, like super close, you know? So that was something that, you know, I struggled with, and I would miss our friendship. And I was like, you know what? I have to just be forgiven, and I do want this person back in my life because, you know, I miss hanging out with this person. I miss talking to this person. It's one of those hard things that I wish more people would talk about. Like, you absolutely can miss a toxic person. And that's no different than being in like a toxic relationship, then getting out of that relationship, then missing that person. Like, dang, you know, even though he was like this, I still miss him. And that's why so many people continue to be in toxic relationships, because, you know, you miss that person and you still love them and you still want to be with them and you still see the good in them. Well, guess what? That also applies to friendships. A person can be an extremely toxic friend, but you can still want to be around them. You can still see the good in them. You can still love that person. And it was a lot harder for me because we were family. When you overextend yourself and you really want something to work out that's not for you, that's not meant for you, it's always, always, always going to bring stress. It's going to bring drama. It's going to bring confusion. And that is something that Satan is very good at. He is good at confusing you. He is good at causing you to stress out. And he is very, very, very good at just presenting drama to you. But it's really not about what's presented to you. It's how you go about it. So when this drama was presented to me, I took it very hard. It was really hard on me, because why are you like this? Like, why do you keep doing this to me? To me, I'm being Christ-like. Oh, I'm forgiven and I'm having her back in my life. I'm still going to help her. I'm still going to be there. Even though things are very weird with her and she's like mimicking me and she's completely copying my life, even though all of these things are going, I'm still going to be, you know, very good. I'm still going to be good to her. And it's so crazy. Another thing that I misinterpreted was keep your friends close but your enemies closer. And that's what I thought I had to do. Over the years, when I saw that this was clearly an enemy, I thought that I was supposed to, you know, just keep her close to me. Like, listen, when God removed them the first time, do not allow them back into your life. Something that my grandma taught me many moons ago is when a person show you who they are the first time, believe them. And that is something that, like, I failed to do. You don't have to deal with that. And I'm so happy that I'm out of that season and I'm done dealing with that. Thank God for that. I'm going to continue to be open and transparent about my journey and, you know, share my testimony and the different things that I have been through, you know, in life. And I want everyone out there to know that no, you are not alone on this journey. And I am going to be open with you all to just put it all out there. I wish you all well on your journey. And when it comes to forgiveness, remember, you can forgive without allowing them back into your space. You can forgive and love from a distance. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog.